All right, and we are back. First podcast of 2026, man.
Yeah.
That's strange saying that, right?
It
2026.
does.
It was
It
just
does.
2025 2 days ago. Yeah. But listen, Jason, absolute honor to finally get you to sit down with me on this podcast, my friend.
Man, I'm super honored. This is super cool, man. I did some background research and I was like, it's like look at all I was like all these cool people. And we were talking earlier of someone was like Scotty Doodler did the AFT stuff and he's got what is it? Corey Texter does tank slapping. Scotty has one, but Scotty was always the announcer and there's different announcers. I guess JB Norris was a long time ago. He passed. Then they had Barry. Barry, what's his name? And he was really awesome too. But Scotty's there, and he's young, and he's still doing it and killing it. So yeah. But and you and I never crossed paths. I shifted over into road racing, and I've been in dirt track for damn ever. And I was like, damn, there's a whole nother circle. I feel like I've shifted timelines.
Right?
It's weird because there's all these people and you think you know everybody because in motorcycle world, but you really don't.
You don't. No, it's definitely a whole lot of people. Like we talked earlier about the whole flat track, man. I've been to one. It was at Daytona, but we'll get into all that. Jason, dude, I want to start it from the humble beginnings, my friend, dude. Where did it start with you on that beautiful journey on them two wheels?
Yeah, let's see here. So, yeah, and you'll be in charge of the timeline. I get scattered, and I'll take you down a side road, and we'll end up in damn Alaska somewhere. We'll never come home. You'll be like, it's nice up here. I like it.
I like it. I like the view.
Yeah, everything's white. So yeah, we let's see, 19. Let's see, I was born in 74. Fixing to hit 50. I'll be 52 in February.
Congratulations.
I feel people are talking about getting slower, and I'm not. I'm getting faster. And you tell me, I just don't listen to the noise. They're like, well, if you're going to get older, and and I'm like, but I'm not because I'm smarter, and we learn more on the motorcycle every time we go out, and you just apply that. You don't have to be you know, when you understand how the motorcycle works, I think that's important. And a lot of dirt track guys do. You have to understand geometry and suspension and all that to apply that. The road race stuff, you got all this data acquisition stuff, and I don't need it. When I ever get some, do you really not have? I mean, does it matter what you tell your tuner guy? I don't know. I guess different teams work different ways, but we'll get on that another subject. I'm still learning about that, but I'm excited because I love to learn.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely, I'm with you on that. I'm the old school though, man. I like it better when the rider had full control of everything before the electronics come in. Don't get me wrong. The electronics is huge, and we need it, but that's why I'm such a huge fan of British superbikes, right? Because they got not hardly any electronic assist at all, and they're racing superbikes, and it's all this.
Okay, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
I didn't know that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. So your journey, bro, from the humble beginnings, man. How did you get into two wheels?
So 74. I was 270. That'd have been 76. My neighbor got. I'll tell you where my arm went first. So my next door neighbor got a riding lawnmower. I didn't even know they made riding mowers in 76, but I guess they did. Probably didn't have all the safety shit on them either.
Yeah, probably.
So, but hey, who needs all that? It's like ABS and traction control. You just turn that off.
Yeah, turn it off.
So we went. It's my dad's first time on a riding lawnmower, and it was my first time up underneath one. I ran out the back door, and my mom turned her back, and I ran right up behind him, and he backed up. So how you take a riding lawnmower all the way over a 2-year-old kid and just get an arm? That's some pretty cool God stuff right there. That's like, that shit don't happen. So backed all the way over me, got my right arm. Hey, it's okay. Pay attention. I see you. It's a smile. it's not. It's the best thing that ever happened to me. The best. The best. So cost me an arm, and I guess it got my hip and took the bottom of my left foot off. Okay, that's cool. Um, so my dad's like, well, hey, I'll buy him a motorcycle because my dad raced enduros. Yeah.
I love it.
My dad raced enduros, which is like old school GNCC without all the computer. You had a high point watch and the guys that worked on the railroads, they had those leather bands and it had a stopwatch in there, and you hold that on your wrist. And that was your time. You're supposed to run in an enduro. You're supposed to run 24 miles an hour through the woods. Most guys didn't even finish. I mean, you talking about Daytona? We'd go ride the Alligator. My dad raced the Alligator. He finished. Did he finish once? But like 2 or 3 times he didn't, because it was just black mud. And they're like, you just ride where you see the grass out through the swamp, and you look where the grass is growing, and that's where you ride. And they'd have pallets. They'd have a damn half mile of pallets out through there, and you ride on the pallets. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. Because I was just, we raced some enduros, but I will come back to that. So yeah, my dad raced forever. He bought me a motorcycle when I was 3. I had it was like a yellow JR50 with the three blue stickers, not the Suzuki logo, just the black logo, but it had the 3. I remember there were 2 years. So yeah, so we got one of those. I sent you a bunch of pictures right before we did this. There's one. There might be one on there, but not very organized. Just a lot of information. But yeah, so he bought me a bike, and my brother came along. He was 3 years behind me. I think I had the JR50. John got a PW. It's a PW80, I think. No. Yeah, he had one of those Yamaha 3-speeds, the 3-speed automatic Yamaha, the old yellow and black deal. I guess it was like 70.
The Moto.
Yeah, that's what it was. 3-speed.
Moto 4 or something.
Yeah, 3-speed up. It was like probably like a 70-something model. But my dad was in the Greenville Enduro Riders in here in South Carolina. So he was a member of the Greenville Enduro Riders. They put on the Little Brown Jug Enduro, which was started by moonshiners. I'm up here in Pickens, South Carolina, and a little bit farther up, there's they used to have the enduro up there, up in the damn mountains, and you'd run through barbed wire, rocks, just to finish one was. So that's what we grew up riding. Hair scrambles, it'd be like a 4 or 5 mile loop, and you'd run through some barrels or something. The enduros were like, 50, 60 miles through the woods. We used to go do some mini enduros down in like Sumter. They have a real old motorcycle club down there in Sumter, South Carolina. But we raced, and we raced in the woods for forever. I stopped. Let's see. We rode skateboards for about 10 years.
Tony Hawk, baby, let's go.
Oh my God. Listen, my dad was down in the hospital at MUSC for about 2 months, just here recently. He's had some things he was working through. I went in Charleston, they're like, oh, they're having a skateboard contest, and they have a concrete bowl, which is what we used to look at Transworld and Thrasher Magazine in California with the Bones Brigade videos and all that stuff with Tony Hawk and those guys, and everybody was skating swimming pools, and we're like, if we could just find a patch of concrete with a little curb on it back into Easley, because we drive our bicycles all around town looking for that empty swimming pool of concrete, back in the 80s. But we rode skateboards forever. Got away let's see. We used to go, God, we cut school. Let's see, we cut school. We went to a motocross track, cut school. My brother had a brand new Damon Bradshaw outfit with the damn polka dots, and Santa Claus hooked us up. We come out of a corner. He hit a tabletop. It must have been 100 feet long. He cleared the tabletop in about 100 feet, He was all the way into the next damn corner down there and landed on his front tire, broke his leg, bent the forks up on the YZ80. We've cut school. We're not even supposed to be up there. My dad, I'm sure he beat our ass that day, among many other times. We were just, yeah. So, that's what we did. We got in high school. I guess we got away from the motorcycles, and we were riding skateboards. My brother had a Haro freestyle bike, and my dad built us a half pipe in our backyard, and it was freaking huge. And we so every kid from damn 10 square miles would show up at our house to ride skateboards, till it got holes all in it, and then it was like, oh, see you later, man. It's like, oh, y'all through it. It's like, nah, man, we gotta go, bro. So, but we made some great memories out there. That was a long time. I think I squeezed you in a skateboard picture somewhere or another. I found that the other day, and I was like, I was looking good. The photographers make you look good, don't they? Just like on the racetrack.
They do.
Just like on the racetrack. They're like, man, that guy makes me look so fast. Appreciate that.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. They who did I meet? Javier Blanco. What an amazing just in such, just like what you were talking about. I was just like, you do the podcast to figure to complete it, and he puts out really awesome stuff, and it's helpful to everybody, and it's just really cool that that y'all have got this platform that we can put stuff out that's not censored. You can say, pretty much whatever the fuck you want to.
Whatever the fuck you want to, my friend, for sure.
Freedom. America, baby.
America, let's go.
America.
I love it.
I know.
America. We have a couple comments come in, man. My man Birch, dude, what is up, man?
K-Tech, baby.
Dude.
K-Tech, I just met him. Yeah. I know. And he and I clicked. I was like, it's really cool. Just like when I ran into you, it just happens organically, and you're like, these are my people.
These are my people.
These are my people.
He says,
and you hold on tight to them.
Facts. He says, Jason, the inspiration.
Yeah, they do. I know.
I love it, dude.
I'm excited. I've been working with Birch, and I think we're going to move forward with this K-Tech thing. I'm really, really excited. Hopefully, the team I'm on, this is going to transfer over to them. My guys, my wheelchair guys and my wheelchair girls that we stick on the motorcycle. I'm like, you got brand new K-Tech suspension. We'll get that shit dialed in, and we'll cut like 5 seconds off your lap times. That's good.
Let's go. I love it, dude. Absolutely. You're right about that. So anybody out there listening to this, man, if you're not on K-Tech, what are you doing? It's 2026.
Yeah.
Call Birch or get in touch with me. I'll put you in direct contact. We need to get y'all on those on that K-Tech. And then we got Mario Ferroni, bro. What is up? Happy New Year's, fellas. Jason, the legend and inspiration. Best and happiest dude in the paddock, dude. Happy New Year to you too, my friend. And yes,
thanks,
he is.
Man.
And then we got Chris Durbin. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, brother, man.
What up, dude? What's up?
Sure. Love it. Oh my God. So yeah, I mean, growing up, those are the days, man. Those were when we used to build fires and jump our BMX bikes on a makeshift ramp through the fire pit, dude. Nowadays, people see you do that shit, they call the police. They'll be like, what are these kids doing?
Dude, I was the only kid in my elementary school that got suspended for riding a skateboard on the sidewalk. I was the only kid. I might have been the only kid that ever got paddling in that 6 years too. Probably so. I didn't give a shit. we were just having fun. They're like, this is the devil. You mean we're in the damn Bible Belt. They're like, oh no, that's evil. No sir. Yeah, so I got suspended. I think my mom took me shopping. She's like, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life.
Ever.
So, like, God bless her. God bless her for giving me a pass on that. So we got in trouble for a bunch of other stuff too.
I can only imagine, my friend.
Growing up was weird. Missing an arm being the only person missing an arm is weird. Just as weird as shit. And you just as we get older, it takes people longer to get comfortable in their own skin. And when you get that, however long it takes you, I'm still getting it. We never have it all figured out. We're always evolving and we're always changing. I'm always trying to be better today than I was yesterday. If yesterday sucked, fucking wipe it off. Don't drag it around. Don't carry that shit with you. Leave it. It's past. It's past. Today, right now, being present. And what you said earlier about, the racing and the it's really about the people. It's really about connecting with the people and the relationships. The trophies and shit, yeah, sure, okay, that's cool. Got bunches of them. If you don't got none, then come by here. I'll give you some of mine. It's okay. It's easy to learn how to win. It's harder to learn how to lose.
100%.
You watch, and you see a lot of younger riders, and everybody's full of damn fire and vinegar, and it's things get heated. You take it on the track, like a guy gets stuffed, take somebody out. Oh my God, and I'll tell you a story. We went to DuQuoin. Let's see. Let me back up. I'm gonna get ahead of myself. So we're keep me on track here, Chris. We're 15, 16. We're riding half pipes. We're doing backside airs, waving to the girls, signing autographs. Life's good. My brother's he's doing freestyle BMX, and I'm on the skateboard. Those were great times. So we got through high school, got through junior high, whatever. Sports wise, I played baseball. My parents put me in anything that I wanted to do. They worked damn 2 jobs and busted their ass, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. I'm sure it was hard on them about as far as what happened to my arm. I mean, I can't wrap my mind around. And they were up against all, damn, I just backed my kid with a lawnmower, and my mom's like, well, shit, I should have been watching. And my dad's like, well, hell, I should, So I'm sure there was some. Hopefully they didn't blame themselves for too long. I don't know. It's not really something we talk about. It's just shit just happened, and we're gonna move forward and make the best out of it.
Yeah.
It's things happen in our lives, and it's what you do. It's how you bounce back. It's how you bounce back that
100%.
matters, because everybody's going to get their ass kicked down here. Everybody. It's just life. And the best people that you will meet in this world have waded through the most hells. And the calmest and the nicest and the peaceful people have waded through more hells than most people have. So, there's something to be said about that.
100%.
We had talked about, we were talking about drug addiction and whatnot. And I had, me and Guy was wandering around chatting it up, and I was like, should we throw that out there? Because it's and I will, and this is the first time I've ever done it. But I think it's important to know, just if it helps one person, if it saves one person's life, then holy
we
shit,
did it. Yep,
yeah,
we did
it
it.
will, right?
We did
Yeah,
it.
and I'll talk about it all day. Ain't no shame in my game.
Mm-mm.
I mean, if you can make it up, I've probably done it. Done yours, done mine, and done everybody else's from here to damn whatever. And it's it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's just life.
Yeah, it is. No, it is. I was addicted. I come on with Jeremy, and yeah, I was addicted to pain pills, man. It hurt my back at work. Dude, laying on the floor pretty much for like 8 months. It sucked, dude. It was it was the most horrible thing I ever went through.
Right.
Got addicted to pain pills. They just cut you straight off. So I, bought them on the street, and
I would lose my damn mind.
bro, it was not a good time. It was a very dark space for me, but the people I had around me, helped me get through it and see the light. And addiction's a powerful thing, and talking about it, it's okay, because there's a lot of people out there, even in the paddock, that has an addiction to something.
Oh yeah.
It's not just motorcycles.
No, not at all. The motorcycles and the adrenaline and all that is something that is something that I crave.
Yeah.
My deal's a little different. I'm more focused. I'm focused on the road racing. I'm way more focused on raising awareness for for people that think they can't ride a motorcycle. Like because everybody on my team's in a wheelchair, and they're fast. I've just got into this, so I'm just like, that is so cool. I was like, that is so cool.
Yeah, big shout out to Team TBX USA.
T-Bex,
Yeah,
the bike,
TBX. Yeah, the bike experience.
tbexusa.org.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
right.
go.
I've got to plug them. So I plug Bert's, tbexusa.org. They are working with these people up north called Ride Again Inc. It's a dude named Titanium S1000 that's got like 1 billion followers on Instagram. I don't know where that dude's from. Dude, he's got a little bit of accent. There's another guy named Penny. There's some other people. Penny's involved with them. I don't know what their titles are, but those are the two guys that I know from Ride Again. And they just, they have track days. They put people back on bikes. The bike experience. They have the training bikes, and that's kind of how I met them. So I'm gonna put it over on the side. We're gonna go back. We'll give you the whole. So we'll go back to the. Let's see. 15, 16. Yep. Got through high school. Made it through that. Played all the sports. Basketball. I was center for my football team. What else are you going to do with the one-arm guy? Give him the damn, let him be.
Yeah. Put him in the middle.
I know. It's like, yeah, because I was this big when I was in 5th grade and I never got any bigger. I was like, bro.
What's up, fellas?
Yeah. 5'8", 135. Get you some.
Get you some. Y'all want none.
I was like, I wear size 8 shoes, baby. Size 8. Women's.
That's it.
So but the sports I was okay at. The group sports I really suck at. I love people, but it wasn't my thing. The skateboarding I absolutely loved. We just went to the skateboard contest down in Charleston about 6 months ago, and I watched these little kids. And I've never got to go to a skateboard contest. I've never even seen one of those concrete bowls. And we got to sit right there on the edge. And these little kids, I was like, that's what we used to do. I was like, we didn't even have stuff like this growing up. We had to I always built half pipes. I built skateboard ramps in my yard. I'd build them. We would skate them for about a week and somebody come out and buy it. So I built another one. And we had portable wheels on it. You could fold it up, roll it away, and somebody would just come by. And I was like, I think I found some plans for a half pipe in like Thrasher magazine. So I took them to my dad. I was like, I've got these blueprints. I was like, you got to put these ribs right here and these templates and pull this string out and cut this damn arc right here. And however much vert you are, that's how much of a badass you are. We're going to put 2 foot on it. I was like, so we got so it's about 10 foot tall. And I'm about 4 feet tall standing up there looking down on it going, it took me like a week to drop in. I was terrified.
I bet.
Oh my God. My dad was a painter. He was a paint contractor. We got this white stuff called Imron. It was polyurethane enamel. Couldn't beat it off with a damn hammer. We sprayed it. We had to wear sunglasses for about 6 months because it would just blind you because it was so bright. And the dew got on it one day and it was slick as glass. And man, I went in the air. I think I just landed on my head out in the flat bottom. It knocked me out. I don't know how long I laid out there for. But, I mean, that stuff, he's like, man, we're going to put this stuff on here. It's fast. Yeah, it's fast till you just don't get any water on it. So
it turns to a proper slip and slide.
Oh, my God. It was so crazy. And that ramp was so, when we were kids, you just stand up there and you're just like, I think it was like 16 feet wide. It was like, had 8-foot transitions with a foot of vert on it. And that was like, when you were 10 years old, hell, that was huge, man. Huge. That was just freaking huge. So, what else? So we did all the sports. Obviously, we love the skateboarding. Made it through high school. See, 18, 19. Got into some harder substances at 21. my brother and I started young. My brother loved the Grateful Dead. He had a damn Volkswagen bus. He loved fish. They would go on. They would go to a fish concert. Somebody told us about a rave. I was like, we're going to a rave. I was like, that'd be cool. Let's go to a rave. And that was more my thing. I was like, we're gonna dance all night long. I was like, this is cool, man. And the people were just nice, regardless of fact. It was just a lot of fun. It wasn't like the way the world is now. Yeah. For people that are growing up, they're younger. They don't really know what that's like, and I don't know if they ever will, because the world's changed so much. People are so terrified. A lot of them are scared to even say, "Hey, I blow the horn." Everybody blows the horn that comes by our house. I wave at everybody. I walk my dog about 2 or 3 miles in the mornings, and I wave. And if the people that don't wave at me, I go find them next time, and they wave. People just wave. Just be nice. Just smile. You can smile at somebody going down the road, and you can brighten their day. And all you got to do is smile. It's so freaking easy.
It is. Agreed. 110%.
That's how you don't have to pay any money or go out and change the world or run for president. Just be nice. Just be nice.
And nice. Smile, for sure.
Yeah, smile. I saved it all up for you. I was like, I called you. I was taking care of my aunt down the road, and I was like, all right, got to get, but because we show up at the track and stuff, it's that person that shows up that's missing an arm or something, I'm going to change that person's life, like forever. Just by, and just like you said, you try and bring your best to people, and because you want to give them your best. Why is that? That's just the way we are, because they deserve it. And I believe in the karma, and I believe that you reap what you sow by all means. And I'm just, it's I just want people to just be thankful. If you can just be thankful, I read a lot. There's a lot about manifesting, a lot about thinking, and all that stuff is true. And it's about this, and it's about this. You get this when you can tune out the noise and all the bullshit, and not let all the, because if you gauge yourself against this world, you will be sad. You will be broken. If I go on social media and I'm like, fucking Chris Simcoe's damn hell, he's that's a cooler guy than I am, and I'm trying to be like him, or you just, because I'm not you, you're not me. We're just who we are, and we got what we got, and we're trying to do the best of what we got.
That's it. I love it, dude. I love you, Jason. Your energy, dude, it's fucking phenomenal, bro.
Thank
Absolutely,
you.
I love
right.
it.
That's why we're doing this, and that's why we have to keep lifting those people up.
Facts, 110%.
So we went. Let's see. We made it through high school. We'll keep coming back. We'll just go around.
All right.
But made it through high school. We were talking about addiction. We started. We started drinking. Started drinking, and I was smoking cigarettes when I was 5. Everybody smoked cigarettes in my family. You go to Christmas dinner, everybody's got a damn cigarette. They're like, "Don't you smoke now?" You're like, "What are you gonna do?"
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna steal one of your cigarettes. Appreciate it. They're like, "This is bad for you. You don't need to be doing that." I was like, "Okay." So
I used to do the same thing, steal cigarettes.
yeah. But my brother loved, he loved fish. We were a lot alike, and we were we had a lot of differences. We had some great times, and we fought like hell. We should beat the shit out of each other, and that's just fine.
That's brotherly love.
It is. It is. The addiction we battled for hell. Just it seemed like forever. And when we were growing up, it was just how we ended up that way, I couldn't tell you. We didn't know how to deal with life or whatever issues we had going on in our minds and stuff. And everybody's like that. Everybody's suffering. Everybody's dealing. everybody's dealing with something. They've got some sort of pain, and they're just trying to fill that hole. You know, everybody's in it, and it all goes back. Everybody's looking for God. I think they're looking, because I think that is peace, and when you find it, when you get it, it just clicks, and shit doesn't really matter after that. I mean, I came up in Baptist church, and I was like, gosh, these people, you have to look like them, you have to act like them. They have all these rules. You got to stand up, sit down, you got to sing. You always got to put your money in. Got to put money in the plate. And if you don't act like them or look like them, then you're going to hell. Is that what I'm catching here? What? I don't.
You're like, what is going on here?
Oh man, if these are Christians,
it's not for me.
Yeah, I don't. Them ain't my people. Them ain't my people. There's got to be more than that. God's got to be way more awesome than that.
Way more.
And I didn't know. I didn't really know just how cool it is when you get the relationship, when you get plugged into that and not plugged into the world. Yeah. When you get plugged into that, that's all you want. And yeah, I'll be like a drug addict. You will chase that shit till they put me in the ground. That's and it's worth, because it's worth it. Just worth it.
Facts.
So, the addiction, we fought it for forever and ever and ever. And my brother was 27. He got married to this girl. Got his heart broke, and it just it was hard for him. It was hard for him to I guess change. It was hard. It was hard. You know, they went from going on tour with the Grateful Dead and Fish to getting married and going to home, and I'm like, that's a lot.
It's a big jump.
Oh yeah, exactly. So, I was 30, he was 27. My dad had a FT 500 Ascot, 1982 FT 500. Got it from a dude he used to race with. Had like 1,000 miles on it. It was mint condition. And I was living with some girl up in Rock Hill, and he emailed me a couple of times. I just had a computer. That was like my first email address, I think. So have a couple emails. I was up there. He, I think they ruled it as alcohol poisoning or whatnot. But basically, he just he came in one day to my folks' house and went in there and went to sleep and never woke up. And it was just, but during that time, there was about a year there when he was, they took that Ascot. He's like, we're going to race flat track. And I was like, oh yeah, okay. I don't know what it is, but hell, let's do it. My dad used to take us to Daytona, the track that you went to outside of the Speedway. Mm-hmm. That's where they have the National now, before AFT. Back in that would have been the 80s, 90s. Yeah, late 80s and 90s. But they used to have the short track, not at the old Municipal Stadium out on PGA Boulevard, but they used to have it uptown. And there was a chain link fence, and it was that old sand stuff that everybody's like, oh, it's Daytona. I was like, yeah, it's like racing in a sandbox. It's great. Throw rocks and shit all over us.
Right.
Be up against the chain link fence and just get covered up. And man, that was my first time seeing a flat track race. And God knows I never thought I'd be doing that. So, but yeah, my brother raced for about a year. They took that Ascot, and they would go down to Mid Carolina Speedway down in Nices, South Carolina, and they were racing down there. I got to see him race one time before he passed, and I went down there and They were racing that Ascot. You know, had that big old gas tank. Put 5. He said, "Man, my dad was like, he's like, man, you fill that thing up, you can ride all day long." I was like, we didn't know anything. We didn't know. We just there was just so much to racing, you know, and we're like just getting comfortable on the bike. But he passed. I took that motorcycle. I moved home. Let's see. I probably sat up at his grave. I made it through the funeral, I think. And and I was just and I had a friend of mine come up to me, and he was just in tears, and he was just like handing me a big old bag of speed, and he was just crying, handing me a big bag of speed, and he said, I'm just so sorry. He said, it was just killing me. And he was just trying to help. So I took it, and I was like, we'll just do it all then. And so I don't know, 2 or 3 days. I was just, I honestly, I didn't really think I cared if I lived or if I died, because I couldn't believe that he was dead and it was not me. And then there was the part of, well, you trained him. He's your little brother, and you looked out for him. And honestly, we were just having fun. We didn't, death never, you know, going to go
occurred to us. Yeah.
No, we're going to go to a Grateful Dead show. Somebody gave me these mushrooms. I ate them. There's a little small piece of paper. We laughed a lot.
Right.
You know, the straight lines in the road kind of got twisted a little bit, and we were standing still. And I thought that was pretty funny. We never thought about it like, God, this shit can kill you. I'm like, what? I was like, really?
What?
Sure is a lot of fun.
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I was like, did you see that? You're like, no, I didn't see that.
No.
If you did, you sure wouldn't tell anybody.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I've been there, man. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Man, I used to love shrooms, dude. Love them.
There's it's just the world makes it out that those are, if you really dealt and read into it, there's so many benefits. There's so many benefits of these plants. I mean, it's there's just it's meant to help us. It's not meant to hurt us. Yep. It's not meant to hurt us. All the things that they tell, they're like, that stuff will melt your brain. I'm like, okay.
Hadn't melt mine yet.
No.
What are you talking about?
But I believe that growing up. I looked at my brother one time. I was like, we're drug addicts. I was like, we're fucked. I was like, what are we gonna do? He's like, I'm gonna smoke this joint. I was like, okay.
Me too.
Yeah. I was like,
this way.
Well, I was like, I was like, this is horrible. Isn't it? Or is it? I don't know.
But I like it.
Yeah. So anyway, I took his bike. His bike that him and my dad built. All the speed. I went home. I prayed. I prayed just to get me through it. And I don't know if I'd ever. And I guess it's just timing. Like what we were talking about earlier. When you're ready for something, then the universe or God or whoever, He'll bring it to you. But not until you're ready. You got to be lined up. You got to be in the right spot at the right time. You know, God's timing is perfect. The universe's time is perfect. It's perfect. We might not think it. You're like, I want this, need that right there. It's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Or you would have it. You would have it.
Facts.
Just as simple as that.
It is.
So, and I remember waking up the next day, and man, I'm sure I hadn't slept in hell, I don't know, a damn month. Career, I was like, why? It's like, we have this stuff. Why do we need to sleep? We might miss something. We'll just do a bump and go on with it. I was like, we'll never miss a thing. This is gonna be great. So uh, I prayed, and there was just this voice, and I woke up, and I could tell you I was standing out in the yard, and I knew I, I I knew God was real, and I had gone to church for all those years, and I didn't, and I was like, this is bullshit. There's got to be more to it. I was like, it can't just be just stand up, sitting down, read a Bible verse, da 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 da, and all these people telling me I'm going to hell. I mean, everybody in my youth group, hell, they're either in jail or dead. I mean, we were wild. We were wild. We went on a church youth retreat, and something like threw all the damn furniture off the fifth floor out in the parking lot. Just we thought that shit was funny. My buddy got arrested for shoplifting. What else? The pastor was like, he said, "Have y'all been worshiping Satan?" And we just looked at him like, just like you would look at him. I was like, I got the new Motley Crue "Shout at the Devil" album. How about that? Is that
you want to listen to it?
Is that gonna send me? And then we're just like, how can this be all there is to it? I was like, gosh. So
it's hilarious.
There's a lot more to it.
There's
a lot more, and it's way freaking cool. So we what do we get? We got the bike. After that, my life changed. It just changed. My attitude changed. You just all you can think about is that. And I just try not to sound like a babbling idiot, but it's like you're like, all you can think about is Jesus. That's all. I mean, I would go down the road, and it was just, you feel like you're losing your mind, and you can't tell anybody because they're not going to understand you. Because if you sat down and checked all the DSM-4 things on the psychology book, where they'll give you this diagnosis, and they're like, oh, here's the DSM-4. If you exhibit 4 of these, you got a diagnosis. We can give you these pills right here to fix that. I'm like, no, I'm good. I was like, I like it like this. But like telephone poles, the mortar and the bricks, tow trucks going down the road with that cross. All I could think about was Jesus. It was just wild. And I was so excited. And I was like, go around. I was like, God is real. I should have been out on the damn corner somewhere with all those billboards on the front and the back. There's guys there preaching, but I'm not going to do it. But everything got better after that. My life changed after that. I knew my brother. I knew where my brother was, and I was good with it. I was good with it, and I looked at that bike, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna do something about this, and so we started flat tracking. He passed in 2004, 2005. Let's see, beginning of 2005, we raced at Mid Carolina Speedway. Met some guys down there. Garth Brow, Gonzo from back in the won everything under the damn sun with like, the people that can just show up and get on a motorcycle and ride anything and win. Hey, we put Garth on. Chris Carr. Let's see. We were at Indianapolis for the MotoGP. I raced on the Indy Mile in front of 50,000 people. My face was on the flag, was on the banners, all the banners at the MotoGP thing. And my one-armed ass was on the flag. I was like, thank you. Looking out for me. Appreciate that. But we put, the night before, we put Garth, him, Chris Carr was there. Baker was there. Baker and them used to come borrow, him and Scott used to come borrow like tires and fuel. At dirt track, the guys that made it were sleeping in their damn cars, sleeping in the dirt, ain't got 2 nickels to rub together. Yep. And they're like, oh, that guy, he's like, they have to fight just like in road racing. You have to fight for everything because it's so hard to get because it's so expensive. It's so expensive to race, and that's that's a whole nother story. So we were talking about bringing in grassroots stuff and getting kids to ride. If they can't even afford to get in the damn gate, then what's the point of all this? What about the future? What does that say about the people who are looking out for the future of the sport. Are they? I don't know. Talk about that. So, we put Carr. Let's see. Chris Carr said, "Garth, you ride my bike." We put Garth on cars. I think he was riding. Did he have the KTM's when they just had they just made the framers? We were all riding those 450. We were riding motocross bikes. Now we weren't riding framers. We were riding 450 motocross bikes. So they were about 4 or 5 inches longer. Cars he got a KTM deal and he cut the neck. He had cut the neck and shortened the swing arm. We didn't know all that. He just put the motocross. I was like, damn, that thing turns good. He's like, oh yeah. Kenny Talbert's like, that's right, Lefty. Some at your gas, boy. You can run out some at off in there and with the gas and bang on in. I was like, yeah, okay, Kenny.
I got it.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, I was like, Chris Carr, I'm 2 inches taller than you, so there. But yeah, we put Garth Brow on Carr's bike. Garth was, let's see, Garth's in his 60s now, and then he ran Baker down. He ran Baker down that night at that track. He was just. I was amazed that people could still be that old and go that fast. And I was like, because when I got into flat track, I looked at Carr and I was like, all right, I've missed my window. I'm 30 years old. Damn, I got to get my national number. Okay, Carr's got his. All right, we can do that. Let's do that. So we that was way ahead. We started racing my brother's bike. I crashed. I twisted that frame. The swing arm was straight. The front end was jacked up in the air. We didn't know that you could suck the forks up through it, and we didn't know how to balance the bike out. It rode like a damn chopper. The front end was way up in the air, and the ass end was like this. And I could always get the whole shot. We used a steel frame. It was heavy. Didn't have a lot of power. The motor was stock, but we worked on that thing every freaking weekend. And I started going to the gym. I started mountain biking, and we just started training. I was like, we're going to do this. So we raced at Nice's. We raced down in Swainsboro, Georgia. First year, I won like 2 or 3 number 1 plates in different classes, like Open Novice. We rode Vet 30. Went to Swainsboro. We used to go down there and ride once a month down there with Alan Durden down in Swainsboro, Georgia. Them damn Georgia rednecks.
They're a different breed, ain't they?
I'm telling you, yeah. It goes from damn Josh Herring to damn Scott Russell
to Aaron Yates. Yeah,
oh, that's right. Yeah. I have a good story when I met him too. I was like, who's that damn redneck right there coming from me? We were down at Josh Herring's house. I didn't know. I had no idea. And he said, that's fucking Aaron Yates. I was like,
okay.
I was like, I heard of him. Is he fast? He was walking with a cane. He just had surgery. Yeah. And looked just like some guy that I would want to get my back in a bar fight.
100%.
I was like, if that's the guy I would want to go with. I was like, he's my people.
He's gonna be my people. He is my people.
He is. Sure. He is. Yeah. Those guys, they're just no bullshit. They're just good old boys.
Yep.
So, so we did Swainsboro, Nice's. We went to Daytona. We rode the Amateur Nationals. Let's see, first year. Yeah, that was the first year that we went. That was in 2008. Maybe. And we raced Volusia Speedway, half mile, Volusia short track, Daytona short track. We raced at Savannah. We raced at Oglethorpe Speedway, that big 5/8 mile. And where else did we race at when we were there? I can't remember. Maybe Ocala. We went to Ocala and we raced the Ocala short track down there. What's that?
It's a phone call.
Oh, yeah. No, I put my phone in the washing machine a couple of days ago.
I know you told me.
I know. I looked at it and I got your text. I was like, podcast. I said, damn. And So we made
I
it
know. I
happen.
text you. I was like, bro, we still on for the podcast?
Yeah.
My wife went to work and she texted me. She's like, are you doing that podcast? I was like, as of now, I ain't heard nothing from Jason. And as soon as I got done saying that, not even a minute later, you had texted me. It was like, yeah,
Really?
yeah. And then we got on the
See,
phone. He was like, yeah. It was
see,
crazy. It was crazy how it works, right?
it is
Again,
crazy.
yeah,
It is. But when it flows like that, you can't just throw that up to coincidence.
No.
Coincidence, it just keeps happening. You're like,
Yeah.
So,
It's
but
hilarious.
we went to Daytona. We raced all week. We blew a. Let's see, I had a Rotax. I bought a Rotax off a guy down in Georgia, and that thing, man, it had a night frame Rotax 505 engine. It was cool, and dude, it was fast. And I was like, oh, this is. I was like, and you could just. It was just the power was just it was so smooth and controlled like those XR 750s. You can't really get in any trouble because they're so forgiving and they've just got so much torque. But
it's a tractor.
It is. It is. Those Rotaxes were just unbelievable engines. So we raced all week long. The last day, Marco Belli showed up from Italy. Him and Rossi hang out. He's got a school over in Italy. Him, Tim Grieg, Peter Boast was from the UK, and these were all
Peter Boast.
These were all the national champions from those things. I beat those guys. Me, the one-arm guy, at Daytona, the last race, smoked them. Damn, my dad had a heart attack that night. We were staying at my mom wanted to stay on the beach, so we did that one time before we realized that because it was just so much work getting all the bikes. When you get done racing, you're tear your stuff down and fix whatever you broke because you're going to get up and do it all day. And there's 50 classes, so you're going to be sitting around a lot of the day, all day long waiting on your shot. But yeah, so I won that. My dad. I won a championship at Daytona as an amateur. My dad, he turned white as a ghost, and he said, call the doctor. And I was like, damn, I just won a championship. I was like, and my dad's fixing to die. I was like, and I was just looking up going, okay, let's do this. I was like, you got a plan. And I was scared shitless and terrified. And it was, so that was over the years, he's had the stents and the pacemaker and the defibrillator, and he's good to go. But at that point in time, it was crazy. So we stayed there a couple more weeks, went to a hotel. Chris Carl was there with the Ford Quality Check van. He signed the back of my #1 plate that I got at Daytona. Holy shit. Him and Kenny Tolbert were there. And they're just, the dirt track. I know there's great people in road racing, but the dirt track people are they're just awesome. It doesn't matter if it's the national champion. We can sit down and have a conversation, and it's just, and they're just so approachable, and that's what I loved about the dirt track. I was like, there's not like you just can't talk to this guy. I was like, you show up. I was like, you can walk in the pits and talk to anybody you want to, and they'll talk back to you for the most part.
100%.
Yeah.
I know. I remember when I had Sammy Halbert on. I remember I was sitting there. Real quick story, man. So I was sitting there and I was like, man, I want to get Sammy on. And I'm sitting on the couch with my wife. We're watching TV. And she's like, just send him the message. I was like, because it takes, I'm like, I don't want to get turned down, all that fear and all that.
Rejection,
so,
yes,
So my wife said,
that's fear.
Dude, my wife looked at me, Jason. She's like,
if
you don't send the damn message, I'm going to send it. So I was like, okay, I'm on Instagram. So I sent him this message and immediately he replied. And I was like, holy shit, he replied, right?
Sammy Halbert.
Dude, Sammy Halbert, are you kidding me? My wife has no idea who Sammy Halbert is, right? So I was like, so we set it up. And then when I seen him at Daytona, when we finally met after the podcast, man, I met him and his wife was like, dude, I loved your podcast. It was absolutely amazing. I loved your son coming in, busting in the door, talking. She's like, it was so awesome. We hung out that night. The next day he come to the speedway, found me on pit lane. We sat there and hugged and just had a decent conversation. It was just, listen, you're right. Everybody there is just absolutely flat out just 100% amazing, man. And I kept pitching myself the whole time. Dude, Jason, I'm sitting here in Sammy's pits that night and I'm going, am I really fucking sitting in Sammy Havertz's pits right now? Like watching him? Like this is absolutely insane, dude.
4 feet tall and just paddle
Bro,
that ass.
dude.
Paddle their ass.
Bro, it
Paddle
was
it.
absolutely amazing.
Show up on an old Tony Dodge XR 750 and everybody's like, we got these new XGs, and take that old XR and just destroy them, you know? And he just gets off. He's like, yep. So
time for a cold beer.
Yeah. I mean, we did a race. I was also a flat track promoter. We put on races. The Mid Carolina Speedway, we had a club. We started putting on flat track races there because my dad put on enduros. You know, he put on the Little Brown Jug Enduro, which is the oldest enduro probably in the United States. It's like 85 years been going. And you win a moonshine jug. It was started by moonshiners. And people come from all over the freaking country to get a damn moonshine jug. We pay 10 deep on the moonshine jugs. That's the trophies. And they still have it down in Clinton. Randy Hawkins was like ISDE, badass on a motorcycle, lives up here in the damn mountains up in Marietta. And he's been in our club, so he's got land that we put the race on now. And my dad, he was president for 25 years, and he's still vice president. So
I love it.
Yeah. So we started putting on flat track races back at the same time that we're racing. And the whole time now, I ran into this dude. I used to work for a doctor over here, and Lance Jones, he was national number 23 back in the 70s. And Lance sold me a 450. One of who's he helping? It was before Henry Wiles won his championship. It was Johnny Murphy's. They were Johnny Murphy's 450s. Long. So we're going back a little bit. But Lance had helped out with Johnny, so I got one of his 450s. You know, and he gave us a deal that we couldn't walk. I was like, I got an AFT 450 Kawasaki. Holy shit! And it was Johnny Murphy's.
Yeah. The Murph.
I know. Yeah. So it's just it's crazy. But yeah, so the I applied for when we won that thing at Daytona after we got home from my dad and got him all straightened out. Got that going. They sent me a pro license. I was like, damn, they'll give them to anybody, Mama. I said, they must really be hurting for riders. They gave me one. Well, some of my friends applied and they didn't get theirs. They turned them down. And I was like, oh, so I earned it? Oh, that's, and I still couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that. That was just, I was like, damn. And I don't really think about the past too much. We just kept racing, race. I mean, hell, we'd race. I don't know. We'd race for damn years, 45 weekends out of the year. We would race everywhere. If there was a race, we would go. If it was in Kentucky, we'd race 2 or 3 nights. We'd race 3 nights in a row. And my dad was just this animal because he never let me drive, but he could drive for days and never go to sleep. He would have one eye closed on the glass side, and you'd be sitting over here. We always have to have one person to wait with the driver. And the only time I saw him go to sleep is we raced in Paducah, Kentucky. We were up there. I was up there the night that the Gillums. I was up the night that the Gillum kid hit the wall. We had no idea. Hayden and I didn't even know. I didn't know Kerry or any of those people before then. But I was there that night for some reason, and but that was and that was they got JD. They lost one. JD showed up, and damn, I think God's got a pretty good sense of humor. I think he did well by plugging in somebody just the coolest motherfucker on the planet.
Dude, JD Beach is a legend, dude, for sure.
He is.
Jiggy Dog, yeah, he's so talented.
Yeah. And there, so yeah, but the only time I saw my dad go to sleep, we left there, Paducah. We might have stopped in Cookeville, Tennessee, showed up there. There's 500 four-wheelers through these cattle chutes, the county fair. There's something in the water up there because there's not a full set of teeth in the whole damn county. I don't know what it is. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. It's a strange place. People go, the best people in the world, but people will go borrow money from the bank because when the county fair comes in town, that's the biggest thing that happens in that place. And we raced there that night. And then we ended up down in Orangeburg. That was 3 days of racing over like 5-6 states. And we would, and my dad, he went to sleep. I saw him close his eyes. We were going down the road, coming back, headed back home. We were about 2 hours out. And I seen him close his eyes and he goes, and we're still going straight. And we got the fifth wheel in tow with 3 axles in the truck. And I was like, I said, hey, Daddy. And he goes, what the hell you doing? And went on back driving down the road and never missed a beat. So, but yeah, we were in Cookeville. We went to Cookeville that night. People didn't have helmets. Steve Nace put on the race. We used to follow him and Kelly around, and we raced everything. He was a promoter for forever and ever and ever, and we followed. He used to run the amateur grands. Just a real, just an awesome person. And if it weren't for people like that, we wouldn't have a place to race. People were like, "Oh, but you promoters, this track sucks." And then I was like, "You go out and do it. You go do it. Go do it." And comes, they're like, "Oh, this track was." They have no idea. They just talk.
It's that noise.
Right, it's the noise. Everybody want to talk about it, but nobody won't do it. When it comes time to do it, you'll see who's who. They'll show you your car. You're like, it's like you just talk. I just watch people. I watch what they do. I don't really listen to them about what they say. I just watch what they do, and that's pretty much who they are, regardless of what comes out of their mouth. They can say that they're this, and this, but just watch their actions. They'll show you.
Yeah. All you gotta do is pay attention.
Pretty much. You're like, it's like, oh, okay. So, but yeah, we were at Cookeville that night. Jake Johnson was there. They had those framer Suzukis. When the Suzukis were just getting involved, they were like, all this stuff was about traction control. And these were rev limiters and stuff that you could use for traction control going in the corners. You're like, oh, I'll just gear it to hit the rev limiter back here, and you just hold it wide open, and the rev limiter is kind of like traction control going through the corners. I was like, can you do that? They're like, Jake Johnson do it. I was like, Jason Griffin can do it. I was like, what's a rev limiter?
We're gonna find out.
yeah. But him and who was there? Mick Kirkness, this dude from Australia. There's Australian guys, man. They're a different breed for sure. They're wide open. That was back in the Chris Boone days. Yep. Boone, Mick Kirkness, Jake Johnson, all those guys were riding those J&M frame Suzukis. This is the first. There was all this rumors going through the thing about Suzuki using traction control and all this other stuff, and who knows? Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. You'll never know. So anyway, yeah, that's the story about my dad. So let's see. That was back then. Oh, where should we go forward? We're dirt tracking. Help me out, Chris. Dirt tracking. We just got a pro license.
Yep, just
the AMA, and they're like, and they said they wanted us to come to Las Vegas. Well, I mean, hell, I ain't been on a plane, but just a handful of times at that point. And my parents, I think we went to Ohio to look at some prosthetic arms back in the 80s, and I was on a plane then. But other than that, hell, I've never even been on a damn airplane. So we went to Las Vegas to the AMA awards banquet. They created an award for me, like the most determined or something like that. But they actually created an award, and they didn't tell us. So all these things were happening, and we needed it. My brother had passed, and we were just in a damn funk. Couldn't even get out of our own damn way. You know, you just don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Shit just comes at you sideways, and you're like, you can't even prepare for that. And coping skills,
Forget about it, right?
none,
Yeah.
none, none.
Yeah. None.
I
None.
knew how I had coped all those other years,
Exactly right.
and you're
Now,
right,
now it's new waters and learning how to
right,
swim again.
right.
You know, you're like, have
And
I ever learned how to swim?
I swim in circles.
Yeah. Facts. We'll get there eventually.
I don't swim in fucking circles.
I love it, dude. I love it.
Can.
Jason, I want to get to a couple of these comments real quick.
Yeah. Let's do it.
We got some floating in. We got Mark Lepanzi. What is up, Mark, man?
That's my teammate.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
know.
teammate.
Yeah. It says, gentlemen, happy new year. Proud to call Jason, my teammate. Can't wait to hit the track in the spring. Happy New Year, my friend. Mark, can't wait to sit down with you on the podcast. I know we've been talking back and forth, but give me a call. We'll set up a date. We got Eli. What is up, Eli?
Eli made this happen. This is your fault.
he said,
like, yeah.
He said, Jason is the fucking man. This dude has motivated pretty much the entire track and race community. One of the most humble people you'll ever meet. This guy even helped me load my bike in my trailer after he totally destroyed me once again in our race.
Oh my God, we were at Road Atlanta, and God bless him. He's like, he reminded me of me. He's sitting in his damn truck, and my dad just has in the last few years not gone and raced with me, and it's been because he was always there. So, and Eli was sitting. I think we were at Road Atlanta. We were leaving. And we were sitting there, and he was, and right as the end of the pits were about to go up, and he was just sitting there, and I was like, I knew he needed somebody to help him load his stuff, and I was looking around. I was like, I said, there's all those people. I said, but everybody's got their finger in their butt. I was like, and nobody's stepping up. And well, we'll fix that shit. I was like, did we load his bike up in that truck? Have one of those hump rails that goes up in the truck that's like so dangerous.
Yeah.
You walk up that thing, you can trip and die. And I have dumped many a damn motorcycle out of the back of a pickup truck. Try to ride one up in it, ride it up the ramp a couple times, dump it off. You know, get up about halfway, install it. But anyway, we got his stuff loaded, and he's brand new, and he's doing some awesome stuff. He's good people. Me and him would just click. And he's learning, and he's loving it, and he's having fun, and he's putting people together. And I watch his posts and stuff, and he's just a really good human. He just wants to see people to succeed. Yep. It ain't about him.
Nope.
So he was like, he put me in touch with you. And I was like, I don't know this guy. I was like, I don't know this Chris guy. So what they got? And here we are.
Here we are.
Thank you, Eli, and Mark Lepanzi too. Definitely.
Absolutely.
You do that?
Yeah.
Does it do half hearts?
Here, I'll help you. No. we'll make it complete. I love it.
I see the hearts pop up on your screen. I don't have this shit on mine. Who else?
Eli said, Jason, I have a lot in common, fellow cigarette smoker here. Yeah, me too, right? And then Jason Bartlett says, Eli, add me in too.
Yeah.
Alex Johansson, what is up, my man? Happy New Year. He says, Jason's a legend for real. Dude is awesome on the machine and a great dude. Glad we got to meet and hang out from time to time.
Right on. Yeah.
Let's go.
Amazing people.
Oh, dude, they're all proper mega, as I say. Then we got Jason Bartlett, my man. He says, Happy New Year's, boys. Happy New Year's, my friend. Holla, holla. And then we got another legend in the house, Chris Parrish, man. He says, first time I saw this dude was at the flat track race. He was slinging a straight pipe SV1000 all over the track. Homie was ripping.
Oh my God. I remember. Where were we at? I got when the factory was involved, they put out all these bikes in dirt track, and I still got it from Mike Sennett up in Illinois, and he just kind of fell off. And he said, give it back to me when you're done. And I never saw the guy again. He moved halfway across the country, and I talked to him sometime years later. But it was a TO 1000 in a J&M frame. Oh my God. Just to take it in a short track, and it would shake the damn ground. It was so loud, and just rip tires. We figured out we didn't never put enough air in the tire, and it would just rip the damn tire off the rim. And I was like, put more air. I was like, 20 pounds. I was like, you got to put like 25 in it. You got to put 30. You got to put 30 in it just so it doesn't wad the damn tire up because it made so much power. But man, that thing, it was a blast. And I'll drag it back out one day. We
Do it.
Chris Parrish is another guy. Chris is like, I met Chris. We drove all the way to Tennessee to get some body work from him, and I'd heard about him. And I actually got his name. I bought that Aprilia, that RS from T Cycle up in Charlotte, North Carolina, and they were just been there a long time and super freaking they're racers, and they're just good people. Good people are hard to find. They really are. And they were like, well, call. I was like, well, how much it costs to put the OEM stuff back on it? They're like, you can't afford that. I was like, oh, okay, because it's Italian. Yeah. So and that's about the damn truth. But yeah, we drove all the way up to Tennessee, and I got some body work from Chris, and he was just super gracious. Chris has been around, and he's just got a good vibe about him. He's just, when you see people, you can just they just put off this damn energy, and they're just like, oh, you're like me. So that's
absolutely
cool.
Yeah. Chris is absolutely amazing. They fed me tacos at the track one day. I'll be forever grateful for that. They were amazing.
Dude, he was up at where were we at VIR this past year, and he was just, hell, I didn't know he was that fast. My God.
He's a ripper.
Dude.
He's a ripper. Absolute ripper.
I know. I was trying to think. I was like, who am I going to align myself in the future? I was like, to where I can understand, to where I can, who's going to be part of my team. And he's there. I don't know if he'll have me. I don't even know. But
let's make it happen, Parrish. Let's do it. Let's make this happen.
Yeah,
you guys should do some endurance racing together.
Yeah. So 100%. It's we'll see. I don't know. I don't really know where this is going. I don't know where my career is going to go. I know that I'm not going to quit racing anytime soon. We raced. All right, I'm going backwards. We raced AFT Pro when I got my license. Let's see, 2010, 2011. I took that Suzuki, that 1000, and we won AMA Pro Twins National Championship back to back 2 years in a row on the big bike, not the small stuff, on the big bikes. I never got to ride an XR. I had all my points. You'll notice I just put pieces together, and if I could ever put it on a damn time, if I could ever lay it all out in order, we would be here till like tomorrow. So
that's all right. We'll sit down and do a part 2 for sure.
Yeah. So we raced AMA Pro Flat Track. Mike Bugner, I met through Mike Hacker and Kenny Coolbeth. Bugner is out of Michigan. He did their suspension. I had their suspension guy. Woody Kyle did my motors. Woody's been around for, he's like one of the last ones left, and he just keeps on just making little metal shavings. I'll call him. He's like, oh, we're just making little metal shavings, Jason, just like having a drink and just trying to flow this head, baby. So, he had my stuff. We had, I got the bike from Lance. We had as good a shot as anybody. The singles program was tough. We did it for as long as we could. I had enough points to move to expert, and I was just hell bent on riding a twins bike, on the Springfield Mile, just like everybody else. I was like, yeah, we can do that. The AMA did not give me my expert license. They denied me. They gave me a pro license to go ride short track stuff, but they wouldn't let me move to expert. And so,
boo.
I know.
Boo.
I know. It wasn't beneficial. It wasn't something that they thought that they needed at the time, and that's cool. I'm good with it. AMA's been around. They'll be around for another 1,000 years, and the AMA's the AMA. they've got their hands full. I wouldn't want to run that show. I wouldn't want to run it. They do the best they can, like everybody else, with what they've got to work with. So, I mean, I wish them the best. If it's got to do with motorcycles, then cool. If it's good for the sport, then cool. Let's do it. So, I didn't get my expert license. I was a little butthurt about that. So let's see. We won Pro Twins 2010, 2011. We did it in 2012, and I think we finished second in the points. Single stuff, we struggled. Didn't have either I wasn't riding it right, or just I can blame it on the motorcycle, but I'm not going to. I just wasn't right. I just that we had what we did, and I did the best I could do what we worked on, and my parents spent, God knows, I don't even want to think of the time and the money that they spent keeping me going. But it was such a that was an important time in my life for me and my family. We just had lost my brother, and it's all the small shit didn't matter anymore. Yeah. All the little things, it changes you, and it changed all of us. And we and so that was about a 10-year stretch. I mean, trying to think. It's a long time. I mean, it was just me and my mom and my dad, and we raced all over the freaking country.
Grassroots racing
every weekend. Yeah, yeah, and met and you see the same people at the track, and that's
family.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. When we stopped racing, it was like, God, we're here. We're sitting at home every weekend, and I can say that about being here now. I've got an awesome girl. That's a whole nother story. But being home every weekend when you're used to racing every weekend, that buzz, you can fall off in a ditch. You can get you were talking about what do these people do to keep their minds healthy when they stop racing, and I don't know. We'll have to think about that. That's
deep.
That is deep, and it's
deep,
and it's a little scary.
It is. 100%.
It is. When you've been where I've been, when you've been where you've been, I know. I hope and pray that I never go back down in those roads. I understand that they were fun, and we did it, and we done it, and we made some good memories. But it's time to move on.
Yep. It's time for new ones and better memory. Not better memories, but new ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Let me get to a couple more of these comments, and then I want to transition into the flat track to road racing. Okay. How that come in. So we got Leach Andrew. What is up, my man? He said, "Happy New Year, Simcoe and Griffin. Happy New Year to you."
What up, Leach?
Yep. And thank you for tuning in and joining. He said, "Same here with the mushrooms." Facts, buddy. Yeah, I love it. My man Sergi says, "My man Jason, so good to see a TBEX racer on." Yeah, man.
He's the guy. Hey, he's
Sergi.
He see the motorcycle behind me?
Yep.
So Michael Petrosini owns the Bike Experience. Sergey has he's the SV guy, and I think that's where we got our bikes. But I blew up a motor. He sent me another motor for that bike behind me. That was my first bike. So yeah, thank you, Sergey. Thank you. I've never met him in person, but I'll give him a big hug and kiss when I see him.
I know that's right. Me too. Sergey's absolutely amazing. If you guys missed that episode, he's been on, so go back and listen.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, for sure. And then we got Kimberly. Kimberly Murray Smith says, "My man is awesome."
There's my girl.
She's watching. She's listening. How you doing? Hey, baby. Yeah, it says, "My bad. I was the idiot that watched it. Sorry."
Yeah. She's talking about my cell phone.
Yeah. And then Trevor Watson, dude, I was laughing earlier when I seen this pop up because, dude, you are so right. Trevor, he says, "If you close your eyes and listen, he sounds a lot like Matthew McConaughey." You ever got that before?
Come on, baby.
Yeah, come on, baby. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Shawn Michaels, the wrestler.
Yeah.
Triple X.
There you go. Yeah.
Dude, I've had people buy my dinner they're thinking that I was Shawn Michaels. And I've had people, and I said, Shawn Michaels has got 2 arms. And they're like, can I get my picture took with you, Shawn? And the wrestling people, they don't see it. They only
You're
see
like,
Shawn
yeah,
Michaels.
okay, sure, why not?
Yeah, they do.
I love it, dude. And you do it too, right? You're like, yeah, you can take a picture. Yeah,
Dude,
I would too. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not gonna ruin the dream. Let them live.
No, hell no. Love it, dude. Oh, let's see. Yeah, even Sergi said that TB or SV photo in the background. Yo,
the SV baby.
The SV
wore that thing out.
Yeah, buddy. We got Gavin Huffman, my man. What is up? He says, "What's up, PTG crew, man? Oh boy, let's go." Then we got Josh Shiver says Jason is the best on and off the track. He's a wonderful racer.
Oh yeah, what's up, man?
CMP.
Hey, yeah, CMP.
Yep. Then we got Tony Pitcock says Jason is a good time waiting to happen.
Uncle
Facts.
Tony.
Facts.
Uncle Tony.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Dude, Tony's you'll have to get him on here too.
Dude, Tony can come on the podcast. Dude, listen, everybody can come on the podcast. I invite everybody on. So yeah, just hit me up, Tony.
He's
you know where to find me.
He's in
Virginia. I'm in Virginia. Hit me up, man, on social media, man. I'll give you my number. We'll do a phone call. We'll set it up 100%. Same thing with Leach, man. Leach Andrew, man. Hit me up. Let's see. And then Kimberly says, Tony Petcock. Amen.
Tony, my Uncle Tony. Tony, we went to Daytona. This past year we went to Daytona? Yeah, when I saw you. So we rented a house, and I said, let's put the team together. I said, we need to, because they're all scattered out. I said, let's put us together because we're going to be at that speedway all week, and we're going to need to get away from it. Got to decompress. Got to stay focused because we got to be 100% when we get there. Okay. So rent a track, and the joke is, and it's always me. They're like, if when they go to telling stories, they're like, there's always that guy that's the dumbass. Well, that's me. So, and I'm always the butt of the joke, and that's fine. So we all went to bed. It was late, and maybe I hit it one too many times. Walked in off the porch. Tony's in there in the bed. Kim's in the bed. I don't know if it was foggy, but we went down the hall, and I went left instead of right. And I just went in there and got in the bed. Hell, I woke up, and damn Tony's laying right there. And Kim's like, Kim, listen, Kim, God bless her. I'd never stayed in that house before. It was dark. It was late. We'd been at Daytona all week. We were just wore out.
That's awesome. And
I got in the bed, and Kim, I thought it was funny. Kim had been out walking up and down the streets. She said, I knew. She said, I didn't want to wake anybody up. She said, I knew. I didn't know where in the hell you were, and if you were out of your damn mind, wandering up and down the streets, talking to God or whatever it is the hell you do, and she was terrified. So I was laughing when I woke up, and then I saw her, and she was like, "Where have you been?" I was like,
in the bed with Tony.
I was in the bed with Tony. I was like,
we were cuddling. It's okay.
I was like, is that a problem? Is that a problem? No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, that's hilarious, dude.
Oh my God. Dude, they'll never let me live it down. So I'll tell the whole world.
Yeah,
just to let you know that.
Yeah, that's
it don't matter.
It don't, right? We have our socks on. It's good. It's good.
Listen, I'm so just amazed and honored just to even be how do you get out of a wheelchair and race a motorcycle and go fast? It's just
incredible.
Gosh, I'm so amazed. Yeah. And it gives hope for everybody. 100%. Everybody.
100%.
People think that they have these labels. They call people handicapped, and they say disabled, and they say all this. They have all these words for people that I don't necessarily jive with. I'm not handicapped. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck
people on my team. People on my team, they're not handicapped.
Yeah,
don't and it's just like,
put that label on me.
Right. Yeah. They're it's just my parents did not. They never told me there was anything wrong with me. They never told me that I was handicapped. They never told me that I was disabled. And if they told me that I couldn't do something, then I would just break
Do
my
it,
damn
yeah.
neck to go out and do it,
Yeah.
whether it was right or wrong, just because they told me
Yeah.
not to. And I'm still the same way.
We all are, trust me.
Outlaw
We
to the
all are.
end.
Outlaw. Me too.
Yeah,
Black
yeah,
sheep of the
yeah.
family for sure.
I know. We're meant to break those generational curses.
Dude, we got to, man. Somebody's got to do it. I'll
We
take
are.
who's going to carry the boat? I'm going to
Yeah,
carry the
yeah,
boat.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go.
I'm with
Yep.
you. I'm with you. So
Um,
yeah, that's a little side story there.
little
But that was
side
good.
I love it,
They're
dude.
like,
That's
oh,
great,
Jason's in
dude.
bed with Tony. I was like,
I
yeah,
love
that's
it,
right.
dude. I have a story to tell too, but we'll get to that here in a second. We got my mate Craig O'Harris all the way from across the pond in the UK. Happy New Year's, guys.
Right
Happy
on.
New Year's to you too,
Right on,
Craig.
Craigo. Happy
Yeah,
New Year,
dude,
brother.
he's absolutely awesome.
Yeah, man.
Sergi says, yeah, you did meet me, dude, at Barbara Atlanta a couple years ago.
That's right. See, I forgot.
It's okay. Trevor Watson says, I see it too. Shawn Michaels, LOL.
Right. Off the top rope, baby.
Off the top rope, baby. Let's go. Kimberly says Tony is a legend. Yes, he is. Trevor Watson says, been there before with Mike Matt. Everyone needs a snuggle buddy.
Damn right.
Damn right they do. And then Tony on was saying that says the easy $50. Bike parts are expensive. There you go. Right.
Gotta do what you gotta do, baby.
Yeah. So me and the CFE guys, when we share Airbnbs, we all split beds together. So everybody ends up with a snuggle buddy over the weekend for sure. So
it's good like
hilarious. Yeah, man. Matter of fact, we'll have to tell the story about the last one we went to at Ohio. Me and Nick Duke actually broke the bed. Yeah, bed broke. We was like, wait, what happened? Yeah, it was hilarious, dude. It was hilarious. Yeah, so stories. So, some of those can't be told, but yes. I love it, dude. Good stuff. So, Jason, going from flat track, man, what made you decide to make that transition to road race?
From dirt track, I'll throw in a little bit before the dirt track. When I guess after that year, they're like, this is we're as far as we're going, and we had raced and we had gone. And we had spent all the money we could throw at it. And we were just like, the rules were changing. Things were, AFT made a lot of changes and they've got what they got now. And they're working through that, navigating that as best they know how. And God bless them for doing it. So we, let's see, ran into this guy. He said, "You want to go?" He said, "You want to?" Because I got a road bike, so I was gonna. I'd always mountain biked through my dirt track career, and I got a road bike. Somebody gave it to me. I think it had 1,000 spokes in it. Weighed about 50 pounds. But that's before you knew about weight or carbon fiber, or titanium, any of that shit. And he said, "You want to go to?" He said, "You want to go to the Paralympics?" He said, "It's in Rio. It's in about 3 years." And I said, "Hell," I ain't never even been on a cruise. I said, "We get to race?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "All right, that's cool." So there was about 3 or 4 years. We had the development team in Greenville, had this huge ass racing budget. I had like 10, 15 athletes on my team. We were training for U.S. Paralympics to go to Rio. And I was like, we're still going to get to race. I said, this is going to be great. I said, this will be so much cheaper than the motorcycle racing. Well, you can drop 10, 20, 30, those Tour de France bikes, they probably got 50K in those things. And it's just a bicycle.
Dude.
It's just a bicycle. So we raced bicycles. I was a USA Cycling race director, put on bicycle races for like 10 years, put on flat track races for like 10 years. All this time. Oh, let me back up. And I'm in college this whole time. I got a bachelor's, I got an associate's in engineering, got a bachelor's and 2 master's degrees because Lance Jones told me, he said, "Jason, you're going to need 100,000 to make them Harleys run all year long." He said, "Eddie Atkins right here." He said, "That's what it's going to take." He said, "So if you want to do this," he said, "they're 50 apiece. You got to get 2 XRs for 50 apiece." He said, "And it'll take 100 to keep them running all year." And I was like, where in the hell am I gonna do that? I was like,
Oh,
I'll go to
shit.
medical. I said, I'll go to medical school. I'll be a doctor. I love, and this was before I knew what I know now, how I feel about Western medicine, which is completely opposite of the thing at the time. I just wanted to heal people. I just wanted to help people, and I thought that was the way to do it. So I'm overeducated. Not overeducated. I have some college degrees that, and I just kept trying to get in. I was like, we'll do optometry, this. So I'm in school like all these years. I was in school for like 7 years straight, the whole time. You go down the road, I'd be signing autographs. I'd be signing autographs for the damn anatomy book. I'd be signing autographs and studying for anatomy test. And I did all that. And and I was more focused because it was for the racing. I was like, gotta do it. So I didn't get in medical school. I got into this real estate thing where I taught people how to wholesale houses and make shit tons of money. And I made the same, and I didn't even have to get a real estate license, and I don't have to step foot in the hospitals, and I can do what I want to, and that's freedom. And I've changed a lot of people's lives with that. I used to teach people how to wholesale. Like there's guys that get up on stage and be like, "Are you tired? Are you tired of working for the man? Are you tired of being somebody's bitch? Are you ready for freedom?" Because that's what happened to me. I wholesaled a few houses, and hell, I made my first house. I wholesaled, and I think I had $30,000 in my hand. I was like, God, I just made my whole damn salary for a year. I was like, oh my God. So that's a whole nother day.
It's a whole nother story.
Yeah. The Paralympic stuff, they used to ship us out to Colorado Springs to the Olympic Training Center. They're like, there's Michael Phelps. I want to hang out with him because he's a good swimmer.
Right.
Listen, those people, if I would have been 21, when Rio finally came around, I was the second fastest one-arm guy in the country. And there was, the way the rules are, there was another dude, he went on to Rio. He went to Rio. He made national team. He had two hands, and one of them was one of them was real small. Had some sort of thing, but it was just the way you know how the rules are. Just like with restrictor plates in the XR 750s, when they put restrictor plates in those TO 1000s, they're like, "You got plates in?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I got plates."
They're in. Oh yeah.
I was like, "They're just as big as the ones that are in there now." That's
right.
Right. I was like, "See them right here?" It's like they're right here. We put these plates in that had the big holes. So, but yeah, so the bicycle thing, that was pretty, that wasn't, it was just amazing because we could go race. I could throw my bike on the back of my thing and I go race every week. And I'm a crit guy. You go to these little, these towns that have these festivals and they do like 2 square blocks and you got about 60, 70 guys going through the corners on little bitty rubber with spandex on, screaming and hollering and cussing, trying to pump their egos up. And man, and people, those guys, when they hit the ground, that asphalt, that spandex, it just goes away. And you hear somebody go, "Oh," and they don't slide. Damn skinny people, they don't, hell, they just stick to the road when they come off. You're like, damn, did that hurt? But man, we go in the corners, they'd be like 10 guys wide, and I cut all the handlebars off my bikes, and I cut it off my road bike too, because I got 5 guys over here on my arm trying to lean in on me, trying to push, trying to I don't know what they were trying to do. They were trying to bully me, I think. So we cut the handlebar off, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. But yeah, the bicycle racing, that was a good. It was just something that happened, And people talk about working hard. It's like, I'm not working hard if I don't get this, or I'm not working hard enough. And that's what I used to tell myself. I was like, I didn't win that national. I was like, I'm not working hard enough. I'm not working hard enough. Just not working. And because my dad was just like, I heard JD say it one time, and I don't know, I don't know how much truth there is to it. I guess it just depends on the rider. He said it's always the bike. He said it's never you. He said if I have issues, and that's been, that's been 20 years ago. So I don't know if he feels that way now, but there's like, the bike is, he said, it's always the bike. He said, if you're not winning, then you need to change stuff on the bike. So, but back then we spent all the money we had on it. And my dad was just like, you ain't riding it hard enough. That's what he said. I was like, okay.
I'll ride it harder.
He's like, man, if you could hold that, he said, if you could hold that throttle on for like 2 more seconds to get in that corner, he said, you'll win. Man, I would wad that thing up. I would chop it in half. They'd bring me back on the gator. I'd break the front end off of it, twist the frame. We bought a MIG welder. This is how little we knew. We bought a MIG welder. My dad, I had some green. I had the gas acetylene goggles, not the flash stuff. Welded, cut all the weight off that ascot, rewired the whole thing. I'd break the frame in half and I would weld it. I didn't know. I was like, man, my eyes are burning. I told my dad. He said they sold me these goggles. He said when I went and bought that welder. He said, hell, he said, do you think they work? And I was like, damn, I don't know. So that's weird. And I got to looking. I was like, I don't think these are the right ones.
So you need to go get your money back, Dad.
I know. I know. That's shit. Hey, if you don't know, you don't
know. Yeah, but that's how you learn.
That's right.
That's exactly how you learn.
All right. So road racing. Here we go. I'll the road racing. We were watching. Me and Kim. We were watching. We were marching Mark Marquez on TV. Road race. And we just had I'd been in this house I think a couple years, maybe no, just about a year. And Kim and I we were brand new. And I looked at her and I was just like I was watching Marquez and I said, man, and I was just sitting there thinking to myself, I would love to freaking do that. That is because I've always, you watch it on TV, but you're just like, man, I was like, we never can't afford that. Can't afford that. God can afford it. So I said, I would freaking love to do that. And this little voice, it went off and it goes, done deal. You will. About a week later, I went to, I've got a buddy of mine, Lee Bowen, he's up in Virginia. Back in high school, he's like, hey, we're going to go be Navy SEALs. You want to go? I'm like, nah. I was like, I ain't going to do that shit. Mm-hmm. So, but they did. And they went. And he road raced back in the day. And as far as like when with the club racing stuff, I was 18 and he was straight out of high school. And the son of a bitch could just ride and he would win on damn anything. He's just, people, that's why he's a SEAL. Yep. He's just, some people just got it like that. They're just wired. They're wired. And he called. Did he call me? But he was like, he said, we got to talk about road racing. But anyway, God's done give me the thumbs up. God's done give me the green light. I heard the voice. It's just as plain as you and me standing here. Lee said, he FaceTimed me. He said, hey, he said, tripod. He said, here, talk to this guy. And I FaceTimed with this guy. And he said,
he said tripod.
Yeah. He might have called me kick. I know. He might have called me kickstand. I don't know. When you said you had haters, I got haters too. They're just jealous.
Oh my God, that's fucking hilarious, dude. I know, dude.
Tripod, kickstand, Captain Hook. The one-arm bandit is what all the one-arm people get. If you go on Instagram, there's more people with motorcycles with one arm than just me. And I ran on Twitter, and they always go back to the one-arm bandit. You're the bandit. You're the one-arm bandit. I was like, okay. So anyway, tripod, kickstand.
It's hilarious. You said, no, I'm not. I'm the tripod, bitch. Get it right.
Yeah. It's pod for short. Just call
That's
it.
Yeah, it's called pod. Love it.
So anyway, so the guy FaceTimed me and he said, you need to go to Barber and you need to look for the bike experience. He said, go to Barber. They're having their in Birmingham. They're having their year end. I think Weir was having their thing. Me and Kim went down there. I've been in motorcycle world. I thought I was in the damn know. That's what I told you. I was like, when we talk about people that you know that I don't know, when we got into this road racing, it's just like, it's just kind of like being reborn again. You're like, you kind of like shift timelines. Because I've never heard of those people, and they've never heard of me. So we ride motorcycles. I won 2 national championships with one arm. Am I the only one-arm pro AFT rider ever in the 100 years of AMA? Do you think that's true?
Yeah,
I think so. I've
so.
never checked on it. Well, okay. Well then, thanks God. Appreciate it. Take care of the tripods.
That's it. Thanks for looking out.
Yeah. Well, it's just, it's just like that David and Goliath thing. It don't matter. God's just so much bigger than that. So much bigger. And people, this world has beat down all these people, and these people don't know how fucking awesome they are. And they believe what this world tells them.
They believe the noise.
They believe that they got to have this car, that they got to look like this, that they got to be this, that they got to have this house, they got to have this job, and his status and his ego. And when you'll always be sad. You will always be broke. You'll always be chasing. You feel it with them, whatever. People will always be sad. And
fake happiness.
I know because I've done it. I know because I used to. That's we were brought up to work 80 hours a damn week, work your damn ass off, get a good job with benefits, retire. Got to have them benefits, boy. Got to have that insurance. And my parents, that's because that's how they were brought up. Yep. That was just. The
way the world.
It is. Well, the world, it ain't like that now on my end. Mm-hmm. But anyway, the guy, he said, I looked at Lee and I was like, cool, man. He said, you want to go road race? He said, here you go. So we went to Barber. I'm really passionate about what I do. I'm sure I broke down in tears there too, but I cry over a damn commercial. I get excited. It's just the way I am. And I'm not on any kind of medication. People are like, man, you are really, whatever you're taking, you need to quit. But I'm just passionate about what I do. So, and I love people and I love helping people. And I want people to realize who the fuck they are and wake the fuck up and go set the damn world on fire.
Mm-hmm. I'm with it.
When God built you, when he built me, he didn't fuck up. He made you perfect. He made me perfect. He made everybody perfect. And when the world figures out just how awesome they are and quit believing what the world tells them, things will change. Shit will get better.
Shit, yeah, 100%.
So I went, yeah. So anyway, there's my plug for, I don't know, for the GOD and the JAYSON. So we went to Barber. There's these people in wheelchairs. Weira has a, they won the endurance championship. They won the damn tour. I was like, they're like, do you want to hold I was like, I just want to put air in your tire, bro. I was like, can I lube your chain? I was like, sign my t-shirt. And I was exposed to a lot of people, that a lot of adaptive athletes with the U.S. Paralympics. I got to see that whole thing. And when I was out racing, I didn't see nobody out there like me. I mean, I still keep looking around, but you don't run up on people missing arms and legs that are riding that motorcycle. And I was like, wonder why not? Somebody must have told them they couldn't do it. Hell, and they believed them too.
Yeah.
God bless them. Well, we'll fix that. See anyway, we got down to Barber and I just told Kim, I was just like, it's real. I was like, you just touch them. You touch the motor. I was like, touch that wheelchair. And I was like, it was hard to believe. And I almost thought, it was kind of scary. Just we just walked into it, but I got the green light from the boss and we showed up, and it's just like that. And when you get it like that, I think when you keep your channels open and you keep in touch, keep connected, you got to stay connected to this. All that noise and shit it keeps you from listening. It keeps you from hearing what you're supposed to be doing.
Keeps you focused in between the chapters. Sort
it does. It really does. So they, Joe Pomeroy, dude that I met him. He got injured at Roebling. That is a small bike. That's a small bike track, not for leader bikes, is my understanding. Not a lot of runoff. Hit a thing, hit a tree about 20 feet up in the air, and it paralyzed him. Before that, if you go back and look Joe Pomeroy in the Weir stuff, dude won like everything on them. I guess those like RZ 350s and stuff back in the day, the two-stroke stuff. So, which I know very little about. But Joe Pomeroy, he was freaking legendary. Won everything. Got paralyzed. Now he's a hand cyclist. I met him on one of our training rides a couple years after that. I didn't even know he was a motorcycle racer. I don't know if I sent you a bunch of pictures, and they were
You
just
did. Yeah.
That'll be a whole nother show.
Yes, it will.
But Joe Pomeroy, Tony Pitcock was there. Petrosini, Michael Petrosini. Let's see. Joe Pomeroy, he's in a chair. Pitcock's in a chair. Mark Lepanzi's in a chair. They had another kid. Damn it, what's his name? Walmart, Wolmart on Facebook and Instagram. And he was in. They call him able-bodied. I learned new words in paracycling. You call them adaptive people. I was like, "You're crippled." They're like, "I ain't crippled.
I'm adaptive."
Whoop your ass, crippled.
That's it. That's it. Fuck around and find out.
Yeah. You say adaptive. I just hate handicap. That's such a shit word.
It is a shit word. Yeah.
they gave me that bike. That was one of their training bikes. I chopped it, put some gas pipe for the handlebars. Couldn't even afford any handlebars. This is just a couple years ago, and I was like, I'll just put this gas pipe on here. I can stretch it out longer, so I can put like all the controls from the right side over there and just be way hung out here. I was like, man, I'll have a lot of control going in the corners because the bar's real long, right?
Have more leverage.
Yeah. Well, the front end pushes and the ass end steps out, and it's you got to do it. You got to slide. We're used to sliding in the dirt. That asphalt, you're like, it don't slide. You really got to go fast and push it to make it slide more, but it will slide.
Yeah,
so
yes, it will.
So I got on the team. They gave me that SV650. It's just been phenomenal. They're the guys in the wheelchairs. I'm just like, it's just cool, man. It's just cool. And I was like, I got to battle something. Love to fight. Ain't never started a fight, but I will damn sure finish one. And if people that can't fight for themselves, then call me. I don't mind. But I think there's a lot of people in this world that need help that can't. And that's so let me help you. Let me carry some weight for you. Yeah. I love helping people.
Love it. I love it, man. I love it.
The SV, I went to CMP, Carolina Motorsports Park, and got my license. Give me a big orange T-shirt to wear. And the guy was like, I come off the track. I was probably the fastest guy out there. And the guy doing the school, he was like, I said, what'd you think? He said, yeah, it's pretty good. I was like, damn, all right. I was like, this is tough cookie right here. I said, yeah, that's what I thought. It's all right. The front brakes, we didn't have front brakes in dirt track. I had to find this much more space on my motorcycle handlebar to get that front brake in there. And then where are you going to do it? So this is throttle. This is clutch. The road racing stuff have blippers and auto shifters. I couldn't even spell that. And I was like, oh my God, I never have to back out of it up or down. Thank you. I had no idea. Because if it didn't, I would struggle. That SV, I would have to bump it. Bump the throttle a little bit to get it to shift. And that was probably pretty hard on the transmission. So, Michael, I'm sorry. But I did put Sergey sent me another engine. I cooked that one and put in another one and sent that bad boy home after I got the Aprilia RS660, which is like, I've never seen so much electronics on a bike. I turn them all off. I've got it cut down. You're talking about all the traction control.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to do with that. I mean, if the ass end steps out, you then put your foot on the rear brake and you can drive it with the brake or drive it. I'm glad I came through dirt track into the road racing. I'm glad that I did the dirt first because it's going to help.
100%.
So yeah, we got on the bike experience. It's just been amazing. I got that new Aprilia. It's an RS 660. It's a track version. Oh my God, it's the nicest thing I've ever owned in my entire life. It cost me an arm and a leg, but God dang it, it's worth it.
Love
That
it.
thing is it's just cool, man. And I was like, oh, it's like when I went from the FT 500 to the Rotax, like, and then you get on the 1000 Suzuki, you're like, God, they just keep getting faster. I was like, will it turn though? You're like, I know it's got twice as much horsepower, but can you get it in and out of the corner?
Right. That's the main thing.
Like? Yeah. Am I going to have to clean my drawers out every time I wick the gas? On that TL 1000, yes, you will. You run it off in a half mile or on the miles. My God, it's just
cooking.
Yeah. Well, that RS 660, I'm cooking on that. We just got back from Daytona.
I know. I was there.
I saw you.
Yeah, I saw you.
Chris, and I was like,
I know you were looking at me like.
I was like, bro. Yeah.
It's hilarious.
I know I suck it, and it's so embarrassing. You can always remember a guy with one arm, and I always get burned. They're like, it's me. And I was like, son of a bitch.
I was like, what's up, Jason? And you're looking at me like,
I was like, I don't know.
What is this guy?
I was like, can't remember their names. Dang it. Dang. I was like, give me a place or something, because I'll talk to anybody. I mean, I go up and talk to people in the grocery store. We have long conversations about it. A stranger will tell you way more than a friend will.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. I know my wife hates it when we go somewhere. She's like, can you not talk for like an hour? We got somewhere to be. I'm like, yeah, give me another 5 minutes.
Hey, so the universe put that person in your lane for a reason.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. So I don't never walk off from nobody like
that.
No,
I don't either. No.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know. No matter how much I get yelled at.
No, there's it's all about the people. Don't forget, it's just like you said. It's all about the people. It's the relationships.
It's the relationships. It is.
This is, and this is all these people are watching us now. And we're just like, it's just a big family.
I know it is. It's exactly what it is. Look, I'm laughing at Trevor. His 2 comments. He says, "It's not the fall that hurts; it's pulling the melted spandex out of your ass in the shower."
It is. It does. I know when it heats up, it turns kind of brittle.
Yeah.
But we used to race, man. The crits I loved. The velodrome. The velodrome was 28 degrees banking. They used to ship us out to LA, right outside of Compton. So I've been through Compton. I'm from South Carolina, man. We went to LA. I've been on the Sunset Strip in the damn Rainbow Room with our bicycle team. The guy that ran our team was a big 80s metal fan, loved Motley Crue and all that. So we went in while we were out there racing and saw all these old Polaroids of like Motley Crue and all these old bands, like, grew up listening to Cinderella and Rat and stuff. The 80s hair metal, man, that's all I want to do was be Metallica. I played bass guitar. I played bass. I did hammer-ons and pull-offs. And the Master of Puppets album is my favorite album. And I could play the damn bass. I had a BC Rich Warlock, a Warlock shape like Lita Ford, like the Lita Ford shape. I had a BC Rich Warlock, Pearl N. Ray, BC Rich Warlock. It was like candy apple red. And man, I think I was in a band. We're like 15, 16 years old back in the day. And all we played was Metallica. I was like, damn, these guys are awesome. But that's, I love music. Music probably saved my life growing up. It's just really special. So, anyway, got sidetracked. What else?
No, you're good. Hang on. Trevor says, bro said, can I lube your chain? LOL. I asked my wife that too. Yeah, I think we all do there, buddy, for sure. I love it, dude. And then Craig O'Hara says, that's why I went to walk up to Chris when I saw him at Cadwell Park. Thought, look at this poor Yank having his mind blown by a proper racetrack. My mind was blown. I was like, because it's Cadwell Park's my favorite track, and just being there and actually seeing it physically and standing there and feeling the history and seeing the jump, it was just, yeah. How can it not blow your fucking mind? It's
I love.
absolutely proper mega.
I want to listen. I want to go. I want to go to the Isle of Man.
Me too. That's
I
my
don't
bucket
know.
list dream.
All right. Well,
Let's
maybe
do it.
maybe we end
Let's do it.
maybe we end up there at the same time.
Maybe.
I'd be down with that.
Me too. Maybe we go together. We can make it happen.
Some sort of exhibition raise, something to raise awareness. I'm sure we can fund that somewhere. We'll have to talk about that.
We'll talk about it after the podcast for sure. Well, listen, dude, Jason, we're almost 2 hours into this podcast, bro.
I know.
we've been going.
Did I miss it?
Going at it.
I give you my whole life.
You did.
The biggest what I'm focused on now is and I have tons of more stories. I let's see. You want to do one more? You want to do one more with Rolling Sands out in Sturgis?
Yeah. We'll do one more story, and then we'll end this and just stay on with me. We'll go ahead and schedule our part 2.
Okay, here we go. So, we went. Let's see. The hooligan racing came along. They're like, "Oh, we're gonna be hooligans." I was like, "All right." They did that Flat Out Friday thing up in Wisconsin. Jeremy. The motorcycle people are the weirdest people. They look like me. They look like you. They look like Jeremy Prock.
Yep.
And they're just so different. And it's a beautiful thing because the motorcycles bring us all together. And these people are way out different, just like aliens, but the motorcycle brings them together.
We are aliens.
I know we are. So we went, I'd never been to Sturgis. This was a few years ago. Never been to Sturgis. They had this hooligan racing. All this hooligan. Rolling Sands coined the phrase hooligan racing. Yeah. And now they're racing baggers, and now Moto America's calling their shit hooligan racing. Good for them. Go Rolling. Pioneer. So went to Minneapolis to the X Games. You see on TV they got those big ramps and stuff, the big half pipes, and oh my God, they're 1,000, to the damn clouds what they drop in on. But they had a hooligan race there, and they had it was on concrete. And I watched this guy paddle these young kids' ass on this motorcycle, and I was like, and he was old. He looked like he was older than I was, and I was like, okay. I bought, oh gosh, I can't remember his name. I killed myself. I bought a Ducati Scrambler from him. He set it up in California for me, because everybody's riding these Harleys, and those Harleys aren't. I can't get my legs around them. I can't. They got that big side air cleaner on the side and stuff, and just didn't. I ran up on this Ducati, and I think that's what he won the race on. I was like, dude knows how to set up a motorcycle. I was like, I never owned a Ducati. That's that Italian stuff. I would get some of that. Italian, so we got the Ducati Scrambler. I met that guy. We went to the X Games. We left there. We went to Sturgis. Got on plane, went to Sturgis. I saw Cameron Brewer, Rolling Sands project manager. I was like, man, I said, they were just riding the FTR 750s. And Roland had the FTR. He had the 1200 Indians. He had a fleet of them. So I saw Cameron. I was like, man, I said, we were just going to watch. And plus I'd never been to Sturgis. I said, I would love to ride one of those Indians. Well, I'll be damned. He texted me and he said, meet me at the track in 2 hours. Oh, shit. Rolling Sands. I was like, Rolling Sands. I was just going. We pulled into the track, the half mile at Sturgis. I borrowed one glove, one helmet, one set of leathers, and one set of boots. I put them all on. Shit felt like a glove, man. Like a glove. I was like, we're going to go fast. I was like, we're going to go fast today. I was like, I only had to ask 4 people. I said, I got a whole uniform. I was like, we're going to go fast today. I was like, shit's about to get real. I rode the Suicide Machine Co. guys out of California, the Godardo brothers. Godardo, Suicide Machine Co. Yep. But they had a trailer. Jim Otley, who is going through some health issues now. I just saw he had a stroke or whatever, but he hauled all the bikes. So they pull all this stuff off. Well, Roland's not there. The camper's there. Here's all the Indians. I'm on this Harley right here. George Wells, the guy from George Wells used to ride Harley KRs back in the day. He was the first guy that I met. He had long hair, like Willie Nelson with a braid, and just crazy as hell. I was like, that's who I want to be. So his son stayed with me the whole race, and we worked on that bike. We took a roll of paper towels and some duct tape because I kept falling off the back of the seat on the Harley. I couldn't hang on. I said, if you can attach me to it, I said, I'll win. I think we got like fifth or sixth on a bike that I'd never ridden. And Stitch, here's the Metal Militia guys. Here's Roland Sands. Here's all these people and we hung out with them all week after we got done racing and just met. They had, Roland's got his entourage, and those guys I could keep up with them if I was back in my day, but I choose not to now because of just choices I made. And I've already been there. I can do more than them if they want to stretch, if it's a race. But I'm not that guy anymore. So we raced at the Buffalo Chip. Roland gave me a Triumph to ride, and we raced at the Buffalo Chip through the things. And I'm like, damn, does it get any better? They're like, okay. We walked in this bar, and the guy was like, he said, I was talking about Greenville. He said, you're from Greenville? He said, come with me. We walked out of the bar, go down this alley, and I told my friend I was with, I said, you stay tight. I said, it's either going to get real good. I said, it's going to get real bad.
I'll be right back. Yeah.
Hey, I said, you watch me. I said, and just back up. I said, just stay behind me. I said, I'll take care of everything. So we walked in this room. The lead singer from the Eagles of Death Metal, he said, I'm from Greenville. He said, I remember you. The drummer we were standing at the bar with the drummer, and okay. And here's the guitars for Guns N' Roses over here. And here's this other dude that just bought Travis Pastrana's Indian from Roland, the one that he jumped through the falls with in Las Vegas. Here's this other guy. But here's us. We just walked in this green room. Here's the Eagles of Death Metal. He said, I remember you back in this bar called Casablanca's. I was like, yeah, well, the floors were sticky. So we hung out with them. Jorma, I couldn't pronounce Jorma's name. He said, it's Jorma. Jordan. I said, Jordan? I said, Jordan? And I might have been a little high. I might have just been picking at him. And he was like, Jorma. I was like, all right, Jorma. So, Eagles of Death Metal. I know. Ain't that? I know.
I love it.
That's some redneck bullshit. I shouldn't do that. But they look at us like we look at them. We're just as damn strange as they are. So, Eagles of Death Metal guy, he's from Greenville. I was like, you just walked out and went to California. He's like, I'm going to start a band. He said, you damn right. He said, here we are. So we hung out with Eagles of Death Metal. I hung out with Roland. Roland come up to me that night. We were sitting up there with the Guns N' Roses band. Holy shit. I'm just in tears because we're just to touch these people. And Roland was like, he looked at me and he said, I want to thank you for, I said, I can't thank you enough for letting me ride your bike. And he said, bro, he said, I fucking cried, man. He said, I fucking cried. He said, I've never seen anything like that. He's like, you're the fucking man. And you're like, Roland Sands just told me I was pretty cool. I was like, damn, I said, it doesn't get any better than that. It just
don't get any better. No, it don't.
It doesn't. That's all I got. I got more. We'll do another day, but that's,
yeah.
So we raced. So I went to Sturgis, and Cameron actually gave me a bike. We did the Super Hooligans thing out in Portland, Oregon. I flew out there, and he gave me a bike to ride. Thank you so freaking much for giving me a chance to go out there and just to go out there and race. And it's and yeah, thank you. Everybody's been so amazing. Had just so many people come into our lives that just bless us, and just damn. Anyway, that's all I got. 204, 2 hours. How deep you want to take it?
Oh my God. No, this has been awesome. Dude, I would love to go on longer, but I got stuff I got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, Jason, it's been an absolute honor. You, my friend, are absolutely an amazing human being, and it's an absolute honor to be friends in what I call
Thank
this
you.
short life, right? For real.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
so next time you see me at the truck, you'll know exactly who I am. You won't give me that look
Oh,
again. You won't be like, who the fuck is this guy? Oh,
yeah.
it's hilarious. But yeah, so listen, Jason, dude, this has been a lot of fun. This episode will be out Spotify, iHeart, all that good stuff here in about 30 minutes. And I'll tag you on socials and I actually send you the link so you and your girlfriend can go back and listen to it and make fun of me too as well, right? So it's hilarious. I think Jason froze up on me, but listen, I just want to say thanks to everybody that tuned in today to listen to the first podcast of 2026, which is absolutely amazing. Thanks, Trevor, Crago, man, everybody in here. You guys are absolutely Kimberlyn, Sergi, Tony, Josh, dude, everybody that tuned in on this episode, Leach, you guys are absolutely amazing. Alex, Jason, Eli. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Birch, my man. Listen, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see everybody at the racetrack near you coming up
Yes.
soon. I'm gonna
Yes.
try to make it to Daytona is my goal, and then of course Atlanta and all that stuff, and all the club races in between too as well. Man, I don't know what else to say. Coda, Coda,
Coda's. They're going to do something in July with Coda. And is it a
they
club race
are.
out there in Coda?
Yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
I think I'm going to grab Tony and David and whoever else wants to get in the truck. I think we're going to go do that shit.
Dude, sounds like a dude. I might join you guys too.
Yeah.
But we'll
Hey.
we'll talk about all this after the podcast for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah, listen, just thank you to everybody. 2025 was absolutely proper mega, and the reason why it was that is because all of you, every single one of you that
Yeah.
watches, likes, subscribes, listen. It's because of you is the reason why I'm here. So again, thank you. I love each and every single one of you. I know
Oh
I say it
yeah.
every time.
Yep.
It's because I absolutely mean it. Okay.
Me too.
Big shout out to man, everybody that's ever helped out. The list is long, and you guys and girls know exactly who you are. And yeah, man, thank you guys so much. Stay tuned. I do have a podcast tomorrow too, as well, with the legend Danny Webb out there in the UK. So
Oh
it's at
yeah.
12 p.m. noon our time here in America. You guys make sure you tune in and join in on that one. And yeah, Jason, tell everybody where they can find you on social medias and all that good stuff.
Yeah. We're actually looking for sponsors for this year. We're gonna for gas money, tires, and yeah. So it's Jason Griffin official on Instagram. Um, it's Jason Griffin. Yeah, it's Jason Griffin official. tbexusa.org. Those guys. That is they have the website, and then the Ride Again guys, Ride Again with Titanium 1000. If you want to ride a motorcycle, if you think that you can't because you're missing something, or you just think you can't do it, we've got bikes. The Ride Again guys do track days. They've got some scheduled for next year. I don't know exactly the ins and outs of it, but they are a driving force, and they are dead serious on putting people back on motorcycles. It's like we put a guy on a bike that's been in a wheelchair for 10 years. So much,
You can do it. You can do it.
It's just
It
a
is
tearjerker.
possible.
It's just
Yes.
a tearjerker.
Yes.
I can't. I mean, it's just powerful. Anyway, so yeah, the Ride Again Inc. guys, the tbexusa.org. If you want to sponsor our team, contact me. We will talk. We give you advertising dollars and make it well worth your while. We are the only adaptive road racing team in the United States. We're the only team. We're the only people out there. The only people. There is nobody. There's other groups that are doing the similar things. But as far as road racing, we're it. We're it. So thank you. Thanks for everybody that's helped us, and thanks for everybody. There's just been so many people that showed us love. Damn. I just get so excited. I can't help myself.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute honor to sit down for the first podcast of 2026 with the
Oh
legend
yeah, we're the
himself.
first one.
Yeah, Jason Griffin. Yes, the first one. You're the first one, my friend. Absolutely. Let's
Thank you.
go. No, you're
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you, my friend.
Yeah.
It's an honor. I wouldn't be doing this if you didn't come on here, right? So
All
yeah,
right.
thank you. But anyway, listen, I'm out of here, Jason.
Okay.
I'll give you a call here
All right.
tomorrow. I'll
Okay.
call you tomorrow,
Do
and
it.
we'll chat and set everything else up. And yeah, on that note, we are out of here, Jason.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you again. I'll talk to you tomorrow, my friend.
Oh yeah, and see us at the Azra races, ASRA. That's where we're running. Azra, we love them. We love Azra.
We do love Azura. Absolutely, we do. And
Peace.
precision and a bunch of other. But yeah, on that note, like Jason, he just said, peace. We're out.
Peace.
Peace.
Calling all two-wheel enthusiasts, get ready to rev up your earbuds with Pin the Gas Podcast, the ultimate motorcycle racing podcast, hosted by Chris Simcoe, one of our very own excellent leaders here in Roanoke, Virginia. With expert analysis, behind-the-scenes stories, and exclusive writer interviews, Pin the Gas Podcast delivers the adrenaline rush of the racetrack straight to your ears. Whether you're a diehard fan or a curious newcomer, you'll gain insights that will transform how you watch and understand motorcycle racing. On your favorite podcast app, join Simcoe as he takes you on a high-speed journey through the world of motorcycle racing. Pin the Gas Podcast.